Rouse's Markets is voted best grocery store in New Orleans, best grocery store in Baton Rouge, Mississippi, Gulf Coast, Thibodeau, Houma, Hammond, Lake Charles, Mobile, year after year. Thank you for choosing us best grocery store on the Gulf Coast. Number one. Thank you.
Thank you.
The number one grocery store
In Mississippi, Alabama,
Louisiana. 1 million customers a week can't be wrong. Welcome to Rouse's.
Hello and welcome back to this edition of Bayou Time. I'm again your host, Keith Weissite, licensed clinical social worker with Terrebonne Home Care. Very glad you're joining us. However you may be joining us, we appreciate it very, very much. And you know, one of the things that we're very proud of, not only here in South Louisiana, but certainly here in Houma, is the value and the all of the different events that take place at our Regional Military Museum. We're excited about that. So we're excited to have back Mr. Riley Grow, the president. Thank you for joining us.
I appreciate you all having us, and thank you all.
Absolutely. Glad to have him sitting next to him, Miss Linda Terrio. Miss Linda, thanks for being here.
My pleasure. Thank you.
All right. Of course, Secretary over at the Regional Military Museum. And maybe the volunteer of the year, Mr. Johnny Smith, also with the Regional Military Museum. Thanks for being here, Mr. Johnny.
I appreciate you, Bill.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, Mr. Riley, we got something pretty big coming up. Tell us about this event coming up. We want to save the date.
Okay, first of all, I want to thank the taxpayers and the residents of Terrebonne Parish for supporting this museum. We have what we call our third annual Regional Military Museum Veterans Era Veterans Appreciation Day. Now, we appreciate all veterans, but this particular one is for the Vietnam veterans. It's going to be March the 22nd, which is a Saturday.
Right.
Doors open at 10 o'clock. Program begins at 11.
Okay.
The Star Spangled Banner will be sung by Ben Bourgeois.
Okay.
And Ben was the youngest volunteer we had at one time.
Oh, my.
Guest speaker will be Ann Sanders with the Honor Flight Program.
Okay.
Lunch will be served after the ceremony. We will have several organizations that will have information tables set up. Everyone is invited to support our Veterans Era and free admission to the museum.
Right.
And we also going to have a solid auction, which is, we make a little money to help support the museum.
Sure. And again, if you want to RSVP, you can do that at 985-873-8200. Again, the Regional Military Museum will host the Vietnam Era Vet Appreciation Day. All veterans, glad to come, but it's free admission. You can come and check out the museum. Lots of things going on there. Thank you very much, Jason. So, Ms. Linda, let's talk about some of the other things. You guys have lots of events coming up. Let's talk about some of those.
Good. Well, on Monday, it's a Monday for Memorial Day, May 26th.
Right.
And on that particular day, ahead of time, we'd like for people to send in pictures of their veterans that we can frame and have on display. It really makes a nice display.
Okay, very nice.
And September the 11th, we're going to have open house for Patriots Day.
Okay.
We actually added the Purple Heart Day, which is Saturday, August the 9th.
Right.
And, of course, we do the Veterans Day. And on Veterans Day, we do a pancake breakfast.
Right.
And the Elks also does the cooking and provide the breakfast.
Okay.
And on December the 6th will be the second time we do Pearl Harbor's Remembrance Day, and that's a Saturday.
That's on a Saturday.
So we got a Monday, a Thursday, and 3 Saturdays.
So lots of options. And again, the Military Museum is known for lots of things. First and foremost, it's known for really representing all of our different wars, the people that have served and conflicts, and more importantly, the ability for people to be able to see what's there and really get a firsthand view of every uniform that were worn in all of these different wars and conflicts, and so many of the different options that our soldiers dealt with, male and female, about what they dealt with. And so it's really cool. So I'm excited about that. We're going to mention all of those events at a later segment as well. We want to make sure that people knew about that. So, Mr. Johnny, I know you do a lot of volunteering. We got a lot of wonderful volunteers, but we could always use more. Is that right?
Absolutely. The main thing about the museum is that we need those people to join the museum, to become members of it.
Okay.
So then they'll pass it on to their families throughout the country.
Right.
So we're on a membership drive right now.
Okay.
So that we can increase the volume, that people come and see exactly what the artifacts are in that museum. Also, Linda didn't mention that the Hometown Hero Banner program is coming up. What we're going to do is have phase 2 to that on St. Charles once we decide to commemorate Beryl Street as the street for veterans.
Right.
We haven't come up with the name yet, but we're on this big membership drive. We definitely need members and volunteers to come in and help support that museum, because it is the largest viewpoint that we do have here in Houma.
Right.
So, I really appreciate us coming together and working together on every endeavor that we have. I'm hoping that in the near future that we'll have enough recognition on Beryl Street that they know that this is the corridor for that museum.
Right, and everything on Beryl Street points towards the honor of our veterans and Regional Military Museum. I love it. And so if people are interested in joining, we want them to. Let's talk about how cheap that is.
Too cheap.
Well, the price of it is you can actually just join for $25.
Right.
Then
but you can give more if you wanted to.
You can give more.
There you go.
But
let's highlight the lifetime membership too.
Okay, let's do that. We got about a minute
lifetime,
left.
we're talking about $1,000. So a lot of people are
$1,000
going to go that way.
membership,
So
right?
we'll start it off as initial.
Start with 25, work our
thing.
way up to 1,000.
Yeah, you got
Okay.
bronze, you got
Well, I'll tell you,
bronze, silver,
Okay,
gold.
and you get a pin when you become a lifetime member. All
Here's a
right.
plug that I'd like to put in.
Last thought.
We
Go ahead.
participated in 8 parades.
Wow.
I would like for each one of those crews to come and get a membership with us.
Okay, that would be a wonderful idea.
And that way we can include the entire community of Terrebonne doing things for that museum, even when they ride by on the buses or whatever.
Very good. I got you. All right. I appreciate all of that. The last thing I want to talk about as we close here is that people come from all over, 40 different states represented. And just this week, we had people from Germany and France.
Correct.
It's a wonderful museum. People need to check it out. Thank y'all so much for being there, working there, volunteering there. We appreciate it here in our community. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you.
All right, guys, that'll do it for this particular segment, but don't go anywhere. A whole lot more right here on Bayou Time.
Today's social media segment is brought to you by Terrebonne General Health System. Your health is our legacy. Rouse's, you're either local or you're not. Buick, the craft of modern luxury. St. Martin and Bourke, know your rights.